cryptocurrencies have been decreasing or rather crashing over the last couple of days. We have seen the cryptocurrency market capitalization dip from the highest of around $2.6 trillion the last 1 month to its lowest, where it went into the ranges of $1.5 trillion. At the moment, the total market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies, it's in the ranges of $1.7 trillion. You can see that we have around 10,059 cryptocurrencies, around 384 exchanges. Welcome, my name is Daniel, and today we're going to discuss more about Polkadot. So Polkadot, as you can see from these crypto markets watch, it's position 8, and the price at the moment is about 23.26 USD, which is about 9.97 increase over the last 24 hours. However, this is still a 17% decrease in the last 7 days. So we're going to look so much into Polkadot and try to understand what is Polkadot and what this technology is really meant to be. So Polkadot, as the developers are calling it, they are saying it is a decentralized Web 3.0, or rather it's a blockchain that is going to allow interoperability over different blockchains. So that is Polkadot. We're going to have a brief look into this Polkadot. So if you can see, Polkadot traded at as low as $4.8 at the last quarter of 2020, but we saw the highest Polkadot trade at around $48. That is around 16th of May this month. So Polkadot has really been decreasing over the last couple of days, and today we are going to look into the 10 things that you need to know as far as Polkadot is concerned. So I want to take you through the 10 things that every person must know as far as Polkadot is concerned. So DOT is the currency, or it's the token that exists in the Polkadot network. DOT is the token. The live Polkadot price today is around $22.9, and the total dots, or all the number of the token in the Polkadot network is around 1 billion Kenya shillings. So for us to understand Polkadot in a deeper way, we will look into a number of things, or rather the 10 things that you really must know to really say that you understand Polkadot. And the first thing that you really need to understand is who is the creator of Polkadot. Who is the creator of Polkadot? So I want us to look into really who created Polkadot, as we try to understand a number of things as far as Polkadot is concerned. Now I want us to have a look into really who created Polkadot. Polkadot was created by a gentleman called Dr. Galvin Wood. So here, Galvin Wood is the creator of Polkadot. He developed this, or began developing this technology at around 2017, and since it has become a very prominent technology aimed to solve a number of challenges that exist in the blockchain world today. So in 2017, Dr. Wood and Parachains Peter Zaban founded the Web 3.0, which is a non-profit entity. It was established to support the research and development of Polkadot. as well as oversee the fundraising efforts. This is a Switzerland-based organization. So it was created, the Polkadot network was created or founded by Dr. Galvin Wood in 2017. Yes, so the other thing that we are going to try and understand is what is the goal of Polkadot. What is the goal of Polkadot? It will be important for us to understand what is the goal of Polkadot. Now, what is Polkadot? Polkadot's ultimate goal is to become the new internet of blockchain that are going to seamlessly communicate with each other. You may ask, why do we need something like that if there are already so many great platforms out there like Ethereum, Cardano? Well, creators of Polkadot believe that no single blockchain can serve all purposes efficiently. In a fast and secure manner. Imagine future Ethereum, that is maybe Ethereum 2.0, with improved transaction speed, hosting billions of smart contracts, serving all the different applications. This is not simply going to be effective, and it will definitely not scale well. Therefore, welcome to the world of Polkadot. So really, Polkadot they are envisioning a situation whereby Polkadot allows all other blockchains to be able to communicate. It is going to be like a highway of all blockchains where different blockchains can communicate, be able to share information or exchange data. And as they exchange data in an effortlessly way, is going to allow that communication, as opposed to the current scenario where different blockchains act in silos independently without the ability to communicate with each other. So Polkadot is trying to come and solve that challenge. That's why it's called a network or an internet of blockchain. So how does it work? How Polkadot works? Polkadot is a new generation blockchain protocol that quickly simplifies cross-chain communication and interoperability by bringing multiple blockchains into one network. Basically that different blockchains that are working independently will be brought into one network where they can communicate as one. The fifth thing I want you to try and understand is the structure of Polkadot. The structure of Polkadot, and Polkadot really has a four-layer kind of a structure. It has a four-layer kind of a structure, and the very central or the heart of Polkadot is what we call the relay chain. The relay chain is the backbone of Polkadot network and its main communication hub between parachains. Validators on this chain are accepting blocks from all parachains, thus providing a security for the whole network. So the relay chain, which is the heart of Polkadot, allows a scenario whereby different parachains in the network can communicate with each other. So it is like the main nerve of the Polkadot network. The other layer in this network is what is referred to as the parachains. Parachains are independent blockchains that will run on top of the relay chain and provide chain-specific features on the Polkadot network. Each parachain will serve a specified purpose in the network. So each parachain will be in such a way that it solves or addresses a specific challenge or solves a specific problem. Thinking of having a fine-tuned chain from smart contract, another chain will provide a stable coin payment system, and still we can have another chain probably bringing decentralized energy industry into one network. So parachains will be different blockchains that works within or in the Polkadot network, and each parachain will seek to solve a particular need. So for example, we can have one parachain solving the issue of scalability. We can have another parachain acting as a stable coin, and still we can have another parachain solving a real world challenge that exists. So basically that is how parachains are aimed or supposed to function. Each parachain will be maintained by the collators, which is responsible for producing chain blocks. Parachains will also benefit from shared security models provided by the ready chain. So the security of the ready chain, which is the nerve of Polkadot, will emanate from how the parachain will be working. Basically that is how the parachain works. Then we'll have the other layer in the Polkadot network is what is called the parathreads. Parathreads are very similar to parachains from a technical point of view. However, they are very different from an economic standpoint. As we said in the previous paragraph, parachains have to compete with auctions in order to become part of the network. On the other hand, the parathreads slot can be listed almost instantly for only a short period of time. So that is basically the major difference between parathreads and parachains. And finally, the other layer in the Polkadot network is what is referred to as bridges. For example, can you imagine a modern blockchain platform running in complete isolation from each other? And this is what really happens, that all blockchains run isolated from each other. Polkadot's author envision a scenario hereby different blockchains will be able to communicate with each other. Different blockchains will be able to communicate with each other and be able to solve real life problems. So, for example, Ethereum being able to communicate with Bitcoin, Ethereum managing to communicate with Bitcoin, and maybe Ripple communicating with Cardano. For example, this is how this could work in a real life scenario. A smart contract event on Ethereum triggers a payment on the Bitcoin network. A cross-chain swap on Litecoin for Ripple using smart contract without the need of any intermediary. And an oracle that feeds price data to dozens of blockchains simultaneously. This is why Polkadot is being called an internet of blockchain, because different blockchains will work together in a very seamless way. So number six, or the number six thing I want us to really talk about will be the issue of scalability. But before we get to the issue of scalability, we need to really understand the protocol that is used in the Polkadot network. So what type of proof of stake system does Polkadot use? Bitcoin uses the proof of work, but Polkadot is using a different kind of proof of stake system that is called nominated proof of stake, or NPOS. Nominated proof of stake system. These are different kind of system as compared to other cryptos. The nominated proof of stake mechanism. The other thing I would want you to understand is the whole subject of scaling. Bitcoin, which was the first blockchain to be developed, has of late faced extremely high scaling issues, such that it takes around 10 seconds to have a Bitcoin transaction solved or done, which is a long time when you're having Bitcoin aiming at being a global currency, it becomes very difficult to use Bitcoin in large scale. So the issues of scalability has been a big challenge. And again, in the Ethereum network, prices have continued to increase and caused the whole issue of scaling be a very big monster. Polkadot is coming and trying to solve this challenge in a very efficient way, because you can have very many Polkadot transactions completed in a fraction of a second. And this is because of how the infrastructure of Polkadot is developed, whereby we have the relay chain, the parachain, the parathreads, and the bridges, where different blockchains are able to interrelate, exchange data, and communicate. And this becomes a very important part in the Polkadot ecosystem. So the other part I would want you to understand is something called the redenomination day, or the denomination day. If you have been holding DOT, or the token of Polkadot, for quite some time, you are familiar with what happened on the 21st of August 2020. DOT underwent what is referred to as redenomination. DOT was redenominated. In a traditional financial world, if you are denominating something, it's the process of changing the face value of a monetary item in circulation. That is what we may refer to as redenomination. In this case, the circulation of the amount of DOT in circulation was inflated by 100 times. It is very similar to what is referred to as a stock split. It does not change the value of it, but it changes the quantity of what you are holding, or what is in circulation. So basically, that is what happened to Polkadot. It was redenominated. That did not really change the amount of DOT that were circulating. It didn't change the value of DOT, rather it changed the amount of DOT from 10 million DOTs that were circulating then to about 1 billion, which is the current circulation. Yeah, the other important thing I would want you to understand as far as Polkadot is concerned is what we may refer to as the Polkadot test nets, or test platforms. We have two test platforms or test nets in the Polkadot ecosystem. One is referred to as Kusama, and the other one is called Rococo. Kusama, according to Polkadot team, is an early, unaudited, and verified release of Polkadot. The purpose of Kusama is for any project that is preparing to develop and deploy on Polkadot. Kusama does not have its own native coin. Kusama does have its own native token that is called KSM. They actually call it their canary network. Kusama is actually supposed to be Polkadot Canary Network. And the other testnet, or test platform in the Polkadot ecosystem, is what is called Rococo. Rococo, this is the Polkadot testnet. In the beginning, it was created to test Parachains functionalities. The main reason why Rococo was created is to test the functionalities of different Parachains. This is for everyone who wants to send a message to the relay chain, or the main chain in the Polkadot ecosystem. Basically, that Rococo and Kusama are platforms that are used to help developers validate and try check what may be some of the challenges that blockchain that is looking to be deployed into the Polkadot ecosystem may be having, and thereby try to avoid challenges that may occur in the network and of course allow scaling. So basically those are some of the things that you may need to understand about Polkadot ecosystem. It's a good thing. The other thing we may look at briefly would be the pricing, the price prediction of Polkadot. Polkadot price prediction for 2020, 2025 up to 2030. If you look into this graph, you're able to see that there is an estimation that from as low as $31 in mid year 2021, it is estimated that by the year 2032, Polkadot will be trading at around 109 USD, and this is a very, very pessimistic angle. Otherwise, there are predictions that Polkadot could be trading in the thousands of dollars come 2030, and this is basically because of the solution that Polkadot is bringing in the market today. So that is Polkadot. If you may want to know more about Polkadot, perhaps you can visit the website, and the website you're able to get a lot of information about Polkadot. You can get to learn about Polkadot governance, Polkadot staking and bonding, as we have looked into briefly. And basically that is all that you can look and see as far as Polkadot is concerned. So finally, if you'd want to buy the Polkadot coin, there are some of the areas where you can buy Polkadot. You can get it from Binance. This is Huboi, this is Binance Uganda, this is Huboi, then we have Binance Global and Binance USA. Then you can buy it also from Git.io. You can also buy it from Kraken. So these are some of the areas where you can buy Polkadot. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to our channel. Would love you to subscribe to our channel so that our channel can be ranked high on YouTube and many people can get to see the kind of content that we produce. And again, if you like what you're reading, perhaps you can share it with your friends. You can also comment down there. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.